checker. Check. That's quite a jacket. Is that camouflage if you're, let's see, camouflage if you're in a very specific kind of situation where out west with dogs and wagons. You'd blend right in.
Do you have any jacket like this at all?
I think I have some kind of camouflage jacket, but not one like that. That's pretty amazing. Yeah.
Well, only the best for David.
Okay, thank you.
Byrne.
Yes.
Nardwuar. 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 Nardwuar.
Who are you?
My name's David Byrne. I'm here in Vancouver. This is East Vancouver, is that right or no?
Neptune Records.
Yes, Neptune Records in East Vancouver, a well-known neighborhood.
And David Byrne, quote, "You stood by me when darkness fell. My apartment is..."
My friend.
My friend.
Yes, well, COVID, I spent a lot of time in that apartment. I got really used to it, and I made myself comfortable. I did okay.
And I was thinking, growing up, did your dad fix a submarine with a coat hanger?
That's what I was told. That's the story I was told. Yes, when you need to call an expert, yes, this is what you do, and make sure you bring the coat hanger.
But what exactly did he do? Was it the engine? What was happening?
That was top secret. That was classified information, what he actually did. But he did say he fixed it with a coat hanger. Of course, he fixed things around the house with things like coat hangers and duct tape too, so that didn't always hold that well.
Like he built like some special effects type stuff, didn't he?
It's
like tape loops, he helped you with that.
I mean, when I wanted to do tape loops or do kind of primitive kind of overdubbing on recording and that kind of thing, he was an electronic engineer, so he could we had a tape recorder and he could modify it.
So I'm thinking the coat hanger could have been an antenna.
It could have been. A coat hanger would probably work as an antenna. Yep.
855 Sulphur Spring Road, Arbutus, Maryland.
Wow. Did I live there?
Russell Corcoran.
Russell Corcoran.
Ruth Ann. Sue Quinn.
I think I remember that name.
Douglas Pules.
Don't remember that name at all.
The Arbutus branch of the Baltimore
Public Library.
An early spoken word gig from David Byrne.
Could be, yes.
On July 7th, 1969. And what do we see there? Stories and jokes.
Well, I can put on my glasses, but okay, stories and jokes by me?
Stories and jokes and poems are told by teenagers who have volunteered their time. They are David Byrne.
Well, yes. And today, where we are, today I was on the Arbutus Bikeway.
Since 10 a.m., bicycling in Vancouver.
Yes, it could have been. It could have been around 10 a.m. Yeah.
So what was that, like an early gig, 1969? From the Baltimore Sun?
I would have been in high school. Probably last year, maybe last year or next to last year of high school there. Yeah, I used to do a little performance. I was very shy, but I didn't mind doing a performance because I had no problem if I did something really silly or embarrassing. It didn't matter. I didn't hardly know anybody.
It says there, stories, jokes, and poems told by teenagers. Poems.
That might be an exaggeration. I'm not very good at poetry.
But you got lots of records out of the library, didn't you? You used the library.
I used the library to get records. You could get records out for 3 days. This would be vinyl records. Sometimes they were a little bit worse for wear. Somebody else had them before you. But it meant, as you can now, for nothing, you could check out something, some music you'd heard about, and see what it was about. So you could get, whether it was Indian music or a pop record or whatever, they had them.
Quote, today I drove through the suburbs crying because you weren't
Around.
around.
Yes, that didn't exactly happen to me, but it kind of, everybody can relate to it. Yeah.
Olivia Rodrigo.
Yes, yes. I think she and her collaborator might have written that, and I did a version of it, which was fun to do. I thought, I think I know how to do this in a slightly different way.
And she danced with you on stage and had some amazing moves, didn't she?
Yes, yes. I suggested, hey, if we're going to sing together, maybe we can work out some moves.
Yeah, do you have any message for Olivia?
I'm looking forward to her new record. I'm looking forward to your new record, yes.
But what's it like to tell Olivia about dancing? What did you say exactly to her?
I just said, do you have time? Are you in town long enough? Can we book a rehearsal session and work out some stuff? And yeah, she brought in, I guess, a choreographer or someone that she'd worked with, and who suggested that Olivia learn some of my moves, which she did.
And you can learn your moves from a tutorial. There's a video tutorial out there.
So I hear. I haven't checked it out, but so I hear. I can learn how to be myself. Yeah.
Bid Zaddy.
Oh, yes. That was a kind of a group that I had with a friend. We used to do busking on the street, and I played violin and ukulele, and he played accordion. And we did okay. We could get gas money and money for meals.
And you were invited to the Baltimore Playboy Club because somebody was doing a slideshow there?
Yeah, I think some local artist was doing something there. That seems like an interesting place for an artist to do something. But we were invited to be the entertainment.
Which is interesting, like Flip Wilson. A lot of interesting performers were actually at the Playboy Club.
I don't know if they were at that one, but yes, yeah.
You played sax in a hippie commune in Kentucky?
Well, I tried. I had a saxophone and I could make noises on it, but I don't think I could carry a melody.
What was that like, though? A hippie commune?
It was interesting. I read a lot of comic books, and we all had to help out with it was called cleaning the tobacco. Kentucky grows a lot of tobacco, and you have to clean it. In other words, you have to kind of peel the leaves off the stems and all that kind of thing, and then separate the different grades. Some of them, I think, are considered higher grade than other parts. You have to separate them all that sort of thing. So it's, a lot of menial work. That helped pay the bills there. I discovered that just having tobacco, the nicotine on your hands, you'd kind of get high after a while. Not smoking or anything, just handling it. I thought, wow, this is strong stuff. Yeah.
And saxophone?
Well, I think maybe I was enamored with an artist named Captain Beefheart at the time, who did these kind of noisy atonal saxophone solos. And I thought, oh, maybe I can do something like that. So I gave it a try.
Did the Artistics ever cover the Sonics, the legendary garage band from Seattle?
We might have, or early Talking Heads might have at some point, yes. What was their song?
Like Psycho, The Witch.
Yeah, they had a song.
Psycho.
They had a song called Psycho, which was possibly an inspiration for me.
But I was curious, how do you get their record? Them being pretty underground. And I'm not sure had Nuggets come out, or I don't think they even on Nuggets.
I'm not sure. It's maybe just word of mouth, and you could go find a record. It certainly wasn't on the radio.
The show you're doing now, and thank you again for biking all the way to Neptune Records. This is amazing.
Thank you.
It's only 15 minutes downhill.
Yeah, downhill will be easy.
But uphill, you were saying it was kind of hard to get here.
Yeah, it's not a steep hill, but a long one.
In the show, there's some incredible drumming. Incredible.
Oh, thank you. I'll thank the drummers.
What do you think about drumming? And the actual fact, like rockabilly purists, there are no drums. They just play a guitar case. What do you think about the importance of actual drumming?
Wow. Well, I'm a sucker for a kind of a groove that moves you, that makes you want to move your body. I'm a sucker for that. And so, yeah, if I surround myself with drummers that know how to do that, then I'm feeling pretty good.
Don't be like that.
Don't be like that. I was like, don't be like who?
Don't be like that. I love the guitar solo.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I do it with my mouth.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, I do it with my mouth.
How do you do it? Like, woo.
Yeah, I just thought, I don't need to do a guitar solo. I'll just sing it.
I love that.
Thank you.
Because it made me think of RISD.
Oh, did it?
You know,
Okay.
Benefit Street.
Okay, yes, that's a street in Providence, Rhode Island.
How did you hear at RISD of General Idea in Toronto? Because they invited you up.
I think it was maybe then, maybe after that, maybe when I went to New York, you know, in the kind of downtown art scene, where there was a little bit of people got wind of that around RISD and probably in New York as well. And so General Idea was kind of, in that world, kind of famous.
What can you say about General Idea for people that don't know?
It was three young guys who kind of had a collaborative art group in Toronto. It was in Toronto. There were other groups. There was some it was Mr. Peanut or somebody out here in Vancouver.
Yes.
Yes.
He ran for mayor.
Yes, around the same time. Yeah, so we knew a little bit about them. These guys who would do events and do art and they had a kind of performance space, and they invited us up.
That's what I was going to ask. You played one of the very first punk shows ever in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, at the Ontario College of Art.
Yes.
Do you remember anything about that? Being invited up.
I remember playing in a place called A Space, which is there, and I don't know if that was part of the College of Art. Maybe it was. And I remember we got snowed in. There was a huge snowstorm, most of which hit around Buffalo, but that was our route back to New York. And so we got to stay for a few more days in Toronto, which was kind of nice. We got to visit with people and hang out.
Because the next night you did a gig also with this band, the Diodes. They backed you guys up. One of the very first punk gigs from an out-of-town band in Toronto, Ontario.
There they are. They look. They're on the same gig too. Yes.
Yeah.
There they are. They look like they're a little bit angry, maybe. But maybe lots of people were in those days.
But I think that's really cool, like the General Idea, Talking Heads, Canadian connection, punk, 1977, so early.
There's definitely a connection there, yes.
Can there ever be too many people on stage?
Wow. Well, theoretically, yes. If there's too many, if they don't fit. But yes, I'm sure we've all seen performances where there sometimes seem to be more musicians than are necessary.
Well, in punk rock, a lot of stage divers. Have you ever had stage divers? Like a lot of people on stage, like the crowd on stage doing dives in the audience. You know, a lot of hardcore punk does that.
Yeah, that happened with us too. It seemed a little inappropriate. We weren't the right kind of, didn't have the right energy all the time, but people were maybe looking for an opportunity to do that. And so we provided that.
Quote, is it members only? The exclusive kind. Is it too?
Is it too something expensive?
Expensive.
Inside your mind.
Is it too expensive? It made me think expensive things. And actually, I have a gift for you right now from Rob from Neptune Records. Come over here, Rob.
Hi, Rob. This is David. Hi.
Nice to meet you.
If you could stand over there, Rob. What do we have here, Rob, for David? A little gift.
Something that came into my story over 10 or 12 years ago, and I've always wanted to somehow get it to you. But anyways.
Wow. Let me get my glasses. Sorry.
Did you describe what David gets his glasses?
It's a safety master of Talking Heads from the studio that it was recorded at, I assume.
Rob, you have
El Dorado. I know where that is. Yes. Or where it used to be. Not very often, but yes, I could see it.
So apparently the first song that changed the name of it to a different song. But anyways, it's...
Oh, yeah. The first song became Once in a Lifetime. So these might have been... safeties
Yes, it is.
of the big songs that eventually ended up on Remain in Light. I recognize that
It looks
the
like
work.
different mixes and stuff too. So anyway, I just thought you might like it.
Wow, that's great. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Is this a rare tape? Like, do you have this anywhere else? You said
I
it's
don't think I have it. Yes, that's really great.
Anyway,
like have stuff like this turned up, gone missing, etc.
Sometimes we found the negative of the Stop Making Sense film in Kansas. That was a surprise. How it got there, no idea.
Well,
I think one company buys another, company buys another company, and the assets just keep moving around.
that's for you, David.
Thank you so much.
yeah,
That's really,
I'm glad I was able to get it to you.
that's really amazing. Thank you.
And doot doot doot.
Do.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll listen to it when I get home.
Quote, there's only one place that's the avant-garde
Guard.
visual art.
Yeah. Visual.
Well, here we are in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, and you mentioned general idea, kind of art, and I want to ask you about right here, this band, if you're familiar with them, the U-Jerks from Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, featuring Rodney Graham and also Jeff Wall as well, visual artists from...
Yes. They became very successful as visual artists. I've heard Rodney Graham's recordings. I think there's a song about taking a nap in the afternoon. That's really good. I didn't know Jeff Wall was a musician as well.
Yep, there he is, right there. And there's David Wisdom as well. There's a whole bunch of people. This is the U-Jerks, 1979 punk rock out of Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. And actually, I have a gift for you. Speaking of Rodney Graham right here, we have a Rodney Graham LP gift for you of Rodney Graham.
Wow. Let's see.
And check this out. If you fold it open, this is actually from an installation he did, and it's just the sound of somebody tapping on a flute.
Really?
It's not the actual flute playing, it's just a flute noise.
You can listen.
And you listen, and you can see, you listen right there. And this is from Vienna.
Wow.
So this is the sound of a flute playing Frederick the Great.
But not playing the notes, just tapping them.
Yes, this is sound.
Wow. Okay.
And that was from a Vienna exhibition.
Okay.
And then check this out. So Rodney, rest in peace, Rodney, he took the recording and he played it for that exhibition, but he also remixed it much later. And you can see it on the record I've given you. There's the recording of the flute. Pretty intensive, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then they mixed that recording through all these amps.
That looks amazing. Wow. Well, okay.
So it's pretty powerful recording.
Okay, yes.
But what can you say about the visual artistry of visual artists in general? Because I know you're into a lot of the arts and installations.
I realize that, yes, a lot of artists they don't confine themselves to just doing visual things. Sometimes they do audio stuff as well, like this, like that. Sometimes even songs, yes.
You lived in Hamilton, speaking of Canada. You lived in Hamilton for a bit.
I did.
Do you remember any of the streets like East 42nd, Audrey Street?
Audrey sounds familiar. Let's see. I remember when the family moved to the United States. That
We're very good at teaching, aren't we, in Canada?
yes, in Canada, you're very good. Canada's very good at teaching. So I got to the States and I go, I've already learned this stuff. I can coast for a while.
Well, I think it's great, the Canadian roots of David Byrne. And you also played with Teenage Head, a band from Hamilton, at this fest, Heatwave, in 1980. And I was curious, there's Talking Heads right there.
Yeah.
And Teenage Head, they're from Hamilton, they're on the bill too. But what do you remember about that gig, this gig? It was kind of like the punk rock Woodstock, although the Clash did not show up.
Oh, really? They didn't show up. That was the first time we performed with our large band when we expanded to like 9 or 10 piece. It was the first time we'd ever performed in front of people, and it was at a big festival. So we were fairly nervous, and we were ecstatic that we didn't mess up too badly. and that people liked it.
And you had Byrne in a band.
Yes, Byrne was a guy from Parliament Funkadelic was in the group, and
Adrian Ballou.
yeah, Adrian, who had played with a lot of people.
So it was the first time they were on stage with you?
Yes, yeah.
So was that a calming influence?
I was panicking. I mean, I thought, can we remember everything? And will everybody remember everything we're doing? And are people going to like it? And yeah, people did like it.
What was the pitch for them joining the band? Like the elevator pitch for them joining the band?
It was kind of, we made a record and we can't play it with just 4 of us. We need help.
And they were like, yeah, sure, we'll help you out.
Yes, yeah.
That's amazing because other people have not had that luck.
That's true. We were fairly lucky in that way.
And I wanted to ask you, David, this winding up here about these particular releases
Okay.
from your label.
Luaka Bop. This is a guy named Tom Zay, who was part of the generation of Brazilian musicians called the kind of Tropicalia movement. That would be in the late 60s and early 70s. And he was part of that group, but they kind of succeeded and became very popular. And he continued being very innovative and experimental and wasn't as popular. But I heard his music and loved it. It was kind of out of print at that point. And I said, let's release some of this. People will really be surprised. When they think of Brazilian music, they think of just bossa nova and things like that. And I said, this will really be a surprise. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, this is a Nigerian guy, William Onyebor, who he was maybe the first African musician to use a lot of electronic instruments, which was kind of great. And he had some popular hits back in the day, and then he became born again and decided not to perform any of this music ever again.
But you performed with them, didn't you?
Not with him, but we
Invited him?
We invited him, and he said, no, I don't do that music anymore. So we put together a group of different musicians, like the singer from Hot Chip and Money Mark, who would play with Beastie Boys and things like that. And we just made a group and played his songs as faithfully as we could. It was fun to do.
And also, I included a whole bunch of Brazilian artists here, not on your label, but I was curious if you know anything about any of these.
This guy's a great guitar player. I don't know that much about him. He's a great guitar player, and I think he's named after the founder of the Boy Scouts.
Baden-Powell.
Yes, I thought an interesting choice.
And right now, we have some Milton underneath there.
Yes, this is Milton Nascimento.
Oh.
There it is.
Yeah.
Yes, he did this record with Lo Borges and other people called Corner Club de Esquina. And it's kind of a classic record. The songs are just amazing. It's a mixture of kind of Brazilian stuff and kind of rock and roll, like pop songs, things like that. João Gilberto is like a bossa nova guitar player, singer. Sings with a very, very quiet voice. Yeah. So this is one of his records. Very innovative at that point to sing so quietly and do all the kind of rhythms with just his fingers on the guitar.
But thanks for turning everybody on to all these different musics.
Well, you're welcome. Thank you. I don't know if I...
Well, through your label, etc. And the legend.
Yes, this is really great. This is, yes, Gilberto Gil, who also was part of the group of young musicians like Tom Zay, coming from Bahia, a state in the north of Brazil. And yes, still very active, really amazing guy. He was Minister of Culture for a little while.
Thank you again, David Byrne. I really appreciate, you releasing stuff in your record label and exposing people to stuff. Like, it's really cool to turn on other people to like cool music.
Well, it's nice when they like it. I mean, they could have said, he's foisting this stuff on us that we don't really like, and he's just indulging himself. But people did seem to like it, so that's really nice.
Winding up, Seymour Stein. How did he do it?
How did he do it? I think he was a head of a small label in New York called Sire at the time, and he signed a number of acts. Us, Talking Heads, Ramones, and some others. And we were also being courted by kind of bigger labels, but he seemed to really know our songs. In fact, he would have a drink or two and then start singing our songs back to us. And we thought, wow, he really knows our stuff. that meant a lot to us.
Like, he got you mainstream radio play. Like, how did he do that, though? Like, how, aside from signing you, to get you mainstream radio play, that's incredible.
It is incredible. I sort of don't want to know how that happened.
Eno!
Is a friend, still a friend. He ended up producing some of our records, and I've done collaborations with him since then every once in a while.
The 1981 Bush of Ghost, like, you had that synthesizer, the Fairlight.
Yes, we...
It was like $1 million at that time.
Well, actually, I don't think we had one of those. Maybe Brian did. I didn't have one of those, but we did use synthesizers. Samplers hadn't been invented yet, but we could kind of make loops and play over top of those. So it was kind of like the equivalent of sampling.
He said you were mugged by 14 people.
Well, yes, I've heard that story, and
Which is terrible.
it's terrible. But I remember it as one person, which maybe doesn't speak well for me. But as I recall, we chased the guy down the street and said, "Keep the money, throw back the wallet," which eventually he did. So it's a real pain in the ass to have to get your driver's license again and all your credit cards or whatever else I had, all your identifications. So I was glad to only lose a little bit of money.
The Fun Boy 3.
Oh, yeah. They were a kind of, what would you say, it's a spin-off group from the Specials. Some of the guys from the Specials. And they approached me and asked if I would produce a record. Other than being really supportive and really liking their songs a lot, and they brought in a young woman to do arrangements for bringing with, there was a cello or other kinds of instruments. I thought, for the most part, I think my job is to step back and just encourage them to do what they're doing.
You mentioned Stop Making Sense being found somewhere. Was it in Kansas?
Yeah, the film negative was found in a vault in Kansas.
When you look back at that, like Tina's Crab Walk, what do you think about the Crab Walk?
It's an interesting dance. Wow. Yes.
That has taken a life of its own.
It has. Are there people who do that?
When you actually saw that live, were you thinking anything?
That's an interesting choice, yes.
Anything else you want to add to the people out there at all, David Byrne?
Oh, it's good to be here. It's good to be back in Vancouver. Yes.
And
And
what?
you got beautiful, yes, no one will know being in this basement, but the weather's beautiful today. It's really extraordinary.
Yeah, thanks again for the bike trip up here.
Oh, yeah.
And now an easy bike trip back.
Easy one
For a
now.
sound check.
Yes, it's going back, downhill, going back.
Why should people care about David Byrne? Why should people care?
That's a good question. I don't have an answer. I don't know. It's a mystery to me.
Well, thanks so much, David Byrne. Keep on rocking in the free world and do.
Doot-doodle-doo.
Almost do.
Doot-doodle-doo.
Almost, David Byrne. Do.
Doot-doodle-doo.
Almost. Just can't think about answering me. Do.
Doot-doo.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you want. I see. I get it now. He's frozen. He's frozen now. He'll be here for hours. Exactly like that.